Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Footprint Center here in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. The Northern Arizona Wranglers pregame show on the air. James Spoovy coming to you live alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. We are pleased to be on the air here and ready for what should be a great Western Conference matchup here against the Rattlers and the Wranglers. We welcome you into the broadcast booth here, James, alongside Ed, and we're excited for this one. It should be a fun night of football here inside the Footprint Center, Ed.
It always is when the Wranglers and the Rattlers get together, especially down here at Footprint Center. You know it's going to be a street fight. These are a bunch of alley cats. When they get in an alley and they go rumble, it is going to be a royal rumble tonight here between the Wranglers and the Rattlers. The Rattlers, of course, they lost last week in Vegas in a heartbreaker, 55-54. And, of course, your Northern Arizona Wranglers are on a 3-game winning streak after that great victory they had last week against Bay Area to take sole possession of first place. So I expect nothing but fireworks here in Phoenix.
The Wranglers just trying to come out here and keep this train rolling as it has the last couple of games. You mentioned the victory last week against Bay Area, and now another tough matchup tonight against these Rattlers. You can really throw the records out the window. I've kind of been saying it all week long. This is going to be, like you said, a dog fight, cat fight, whatever you want to say. It's going to be a battle royale here tonight.
Yes, it is. Doesn't matter 5-2, 3-4. They could both be 7-0 coming into this game. It does not matter. It is Wranglers and Rattlers here in downtown Phoenix. It's almost time to get it on, folks.
But what the Wranglers are concerned about here tonight is taking care of business here, especially on the road about an hour and a half from Prescott Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And this win on the road tonight would be huge to solidify their first place in the Western Conference and then hopefully knock the Rattlers down just a notch as well and maybe diminish their playoff hopes a bit as well.
Right, James, folks, with them being 2 games ahead of Arizona, it would be great to get a victory and them go 3 games ahead of them and get some more space, as James mentioned, some distance in the standings and further solidify that first place ranking. It would be great for them to be 6-2 at the end of the night.
So we got about 25 minutes here until we get things underway here inside the Footprint Center. We will step aside briefly and take a short time out and come right back here for more Wranglers pregame action right here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers YouTube channel. Stay with us. More to come right after this.
That's funny. Desert School's changed their name.
Yeah, now it's Desert Financial.
Alice Cooper! Wait, what are you doing here?
I'm telling everyone, school's out.
For summer?
Forever.
Whoa! Whoa!
Dude, put your card in.
You got a voice, Molly. Use it. Do it for the phone.
Let's do it for the phone. They do so much for you. When they're out there all alone, there's something we can do. T-Mobile, look at these maps, they don't lie. And faster speeds nationwide. Let's do it for the phone.
We welcome you back to the Northern Arizona Wranglers pregame show. James Spoovy coming to you live here alongside my broadcast partner. We're getting you set for Rattlers and Wranglers inside the Footprint Center. But first off, we're going to be joined by defensive lineman for the Wranglers, Tremont Lofton, joining us in our second season here with the Wranglers. Tremont, thank you so much for your time. We always enjoy visiting with you. How has the first part of this season been, and how have the new guys come in and really fit into the Wranglers mold in Prescott Valley?
The season, like it started off pretty good. We lost that first game. I mean, we was just still working on stuff. So I mean, I feel like we should have won that. But long story short, we kept it going. We stopped the train from rolling. But the young guys, they came in ready to work, and they worked hard from day one for camp. And I like how it's a lot of rookies, and everybody came in really ready to learn. And that's, I think, what played a big role in our defense this year so far.
Tremont, with you winning the championship, with us winning the championship last year, how much do these rookies, these young guys rely on you with your championship experience to get to where they are and where this defense is right now?
So everybody relied on each other a lot. So I would say just relying on me, but even though I was here last year, I mean, I know how the defense ran and everything, so I'm just help out as much as I can. If anybody got any questions, we all stick together, we come together and get it together as a team, and everybody play a big role in this.
Tremont, in your football career, who is the toughest offensive lineman that you've ever went up against? That might be in the IFL. That might be a dude in high school that was like, man, this guy would just give me a workout every single time, but I really enjoy battling every single time we went at it.
I can't even really think of one offhand. I know we had, and I say in college when we went down to play West Florida. It was a guy I don't even know by name, but he was a pretty good old lineman, and he really made work on my pass rush and showed me I need a little more extra work.
Kind of exposed a few things, but that was a blessing in disguise, right?
It was.
Well, Tremont, that has paid off because you know what? You are leading the league in TFLs and sacks. Did you know that?
I did. I'm not a stats guy, like watching the stats guy, but somebody did bring it to my attention that I was leading in both categories.
But knowing that, how does that motivate you to do even more, Tremont, knowing that, man, I've got this kind of production, I've got 14 TFLs, and I've got 5.5 sacks. I need to do more.
It motivates me a lot because, I know people trying to chase me, everybody wants the leader spot. So I'm trying to do what I can to keep it, and I hope I keep it the whole season. It's forcing me.
Now, Tremont, you kind of know whenever we play those Rattlers, you could throw those records out the window. You guys have been working hard in practice this week, getting ready for this game. It's going to be a raucous environment. It always is inside the Footprint Center. What are going to be the keys to victory tonight, specifically for your defensive line up front and controlling that Rattlers offense?
I say play, just doing what we normally do. Just play, pause, be focused. Don't let nothing, no matter what go on, big plays don't happen. So keep your mind right, stay focused, and be ready to work.
Tremont, how has being alongside Theo Majette and Armonte Carey made you a better football player?
Those guys make my job a lot easier than, like I said, when I see the stats, whatever, they say I'm leading the league and all this and that, but I couldn't do it without the two beside me and the defense that I got behind me. Like, with them rushing, with Theo rushing the quarterback as fast as he do, and Monty just in the middle just causing just pure destruction in the middle, it make my job a lot easier just cleaning up and getting to the ball a lot faster than I normally would.
It's got to be fun, Tremont, playing up front with those other two guys because you're almost marveling at them, almost want to go make yourself some popcorn as you're watching them just destroy things up front as well, as you mentioned. And but you guys are just really doing well up front, and you're a big reason why this defense is number one in the IFL. Tremont Lofton joining us here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers pregame show. Stay with us. We'll bring you back to the Footprint Center right after this and continue to get you set for kickoff between your Northern Arizona Wranglers and those Arizona Rattlers. Stay with us.
There's a little piece of magic in the heart of the Verde Valley, where adventure is encouraged. Whether you're whining and dining, rocking and rolling, or pushing and pulling, it's your adventure. Play however you choose.
Who's to say you don't have the skills to reach the top? Who's to say you don't have power?
This is how we do it. Run it up. This is how we do it for the top.
Who's to say you can't own the stage? Who's to say you can't put a team together? Who's to say who's best? The best ever? Or who will be in the future? And with this game-changing team to inspire us, who's to say what's possible for you? Pepsi, play to inspire.
Let me hit the ball.
Folks, welcome back to downtown Phoenix, Footprint Center. Wranglers, Rattlers about to kick off in about 23 minutes. James Poovey, Ed Cole here. Up in the press area as we get you prepared for what's going to be a great game between these two franchises. It's going to be great. We're coming off of, and James, no victory is ever easy to get, and it gets tougher week to week. We saw what happened against Bay Area last week, that 35-34 playoff atmosphere type victory back up in Prescott Valley. I expect it to be another playoff type atmosphere tonight because the Rattlers, they know they need this game. They cannot afford to lose this game and go 3-5. And for the Wranglers, they would love to go 6-2. They would love to continue and keep that winning streak going at 4.
You know, you're exactly right, Ed, and it's interesting that we're talking about must-win football and a must-win game, but that's exactly what it is tonight for the Rattlers, coming in at 3-4 overall in the Western Conference. This is a war of attrition. This football season is long. Every team has to deal with injuries. Teams are already bumped and bruised as it is, and the Rattlers are no different in that respect, and they've got to get this win here tonight. But it's going to be tough for them as well because our Wranglers are coming to play, and that defense has really been playing well in this early part of the season.
And here's the thing with injuries. Nobody's feeling sorry for you. Nope. There's no team in the IFL that's going to feel sorry for you because every team is going through, as you mentioned, a war of attrition. This is a tough sport to play. Football is a very tough sport to play. And there's going to be injuries. There's going to be ups and downs, things that go right in the course of a football game, and a lot of things go bad. But as long as you can stay the course over the course of 60 minutes, you have a possibility of getting a victory.
The Wranglers were out here a little bit ago warming up. The fans are starting to file in here. It's a warm day outside. Temperature, I believe, right around 100 degrees, maybe just a little bit more. And but things are starting to heat up a little bit here inside the Footprint Center as well as we get ready for Rattlers and Wranglers.
But I'm glad they had the AC on in here. It's not heated up too much in here, James.
Yeah, not too bad overall. So we'll take it for sure. Let's step aside, take a brief timeout, and when we return, we'll continue to march you up to Rattlers and Wranglers right here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers YouTube channel. Stay with us. More to come right after
Buffalo
this.
Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
You got a voice, Molly. Use it. Do it for the phone.
Let's do it for the phone. They do so much for you. When they're out there all alone, there's something we can do. T-Mobile, look at these maps, they don't lie. And faster speeds nationwide. Let's do it for the phone.
If you're struggling to pay your energy bill or know someone who is, we're here to help. Find APS bill assistance programs to reduce your monthly payment or help pay down the bill. Short-term relief like crisis bill assistance can help during a rough patch, while our energy support program can reduce your bill every month. Explore all your assistance options and see if you qualify at aps.com/here to help.
We're under 20 minutes before kickoff here at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona. Wranglers and Rattlers going to get ready to do business for the 6th time. This is round 6 in this matchup, James. The Rattlers lead the series 3-2. Wranglers hope to leave, get on those buses, and head back to Prescott Valley with the series tied 3-3 and them at a 6-2 record and in really firm control of first place in the Western Conference.
It would be a firm grasp on the first place in the Western Conference at 6-2, and we love nothing more for the Wranglers to get that done here tonight. And it's going to be a battle, and the Rattlers definitely not going to give them any ground as they know exactly what's at stake here tonight for them.
Yes, they do. With Drew Powell coming back. What's up, brother?
How are you, man?
That's my man right there.
Good to see you, pal.
What's up, J-Dub? How you feeling? Good. Okay. That's all right, brother.
Good to see you, pal.
Jared Ware Jr.
Jared Ware Jr. making a special appearance up here in the Wranglers broadcast booth tonight.
Oh, I love it.
What did he say?
He said his sister's here, so Jakar is going to come up and speak to us.
Excellent.
I love it. Yeah,
it's a family atmosphere. And you know what else is really cool, Ed, is the Wranglers. Obviously, we're in our third season now, but we're starting to travel pretty well. It's not too far, I understand, from Prescott Valley to here, but it's great to see Wranglers fans coming down here and support the team on the road when they can.
Of course, they know that their guys need this support. They know how huge this game is. This is a big game for the Wranglers. The Rattlers, we know their storied history, and we know how tough it is for them to win here in this very building. But it's to have the fans here in attendance with their blue on, and they'll wear their red and blue jerseys, and they'll be screaming their heads off. As Jenny Real, she's up at section 124. Wrangler Country's in the house. I know they are. I can see them, right? We can see them, can't we, JP?
They are. We can see the a little bit of red down there, and it's starting to fill in quite nicely. I see some of the Palma ownership group sitting down there, as well as some of our Wranglers fans who often make the trip to support the team on the road. And as we mentioned, Ed, it's great to see here in what is still really a young franchise overall.
It is. In their third season, we all know what happened in the first season. That was a season to forget with one victory. And then Coach Moss comes in. He comes in, sets the tone, sets the culture for this organization, James, and completely flips how everything was run up in Prescott Valley. Gets them 15 wins in an indoor football league championship in their second year. Who does that?
It's unbelievable what Coach Moss has done. Let's take a look back to last week's action as we got a slim win against the Bay Area Panthers. You talk about another battle as you see Ryan Wisniewski just skying over the wall there, and what was an unbelievable reception there on Marquise Bridges. A great performance by the Wranglers last week.
Yeah, that was one of Ryan's 5 catches. He had 58 yards in that game. We see Ramon Jockey Bowman. That was his long 36-yard run, setting them up for a score. Garrett Kettle continues to grow and learn as he throws a touchdown to G.G. Glenn Gibbons Jr. He threw 3 touchdowns last week. And as we mentioned, 0 turnovers, James. That was one of the biggest keys to victory. We talked about it in the pregame last week. Win the turnover battle, and you have a great chance of winning the football game. So for them, in a game that they knew they had to have against Bay Area, they were both 4-2 at the time, to turn the ball over 0 times. You win the turnover battle more often than not. Other things fall in place for you during the course of a football game, and you can win a football game because you're smart with the football. You play really smart football, and you don't turn it over.
That's exactly what they've been doing, especially the past couple of weeks. And you talk about Garrett Kettle, the headiness of his play and the decision-making. A couple times he was able to throw the football away and not risk it, not risk that turnover, which sometimes a young quarterback will do. And I've been very impressed with his headiness this season.
Oh, me too as well. With the limited number of starts he's had, this is, of course, his first indoctrination into the indoor football league game. This is much different than outdoor football that he's used to playing. Everything's cut in half, and everything is so much, it's compacted, as we say. All the fans are definitely on you because indoor football, of course, the fans are naturally going to be up on you. So you got to be able to deal with that pressure and that noise and just everything coming back at you so much quicker, because they get off the block so much faster. These players, these defensive players in this indoor football league, so much talent here. But Garrett has grown so much over these 7 weeks.
He has indeed. Let's step aside, take a short time out. We're about a little over 15 minutes away from kickoff here inside the Footprint Center. We'll come back and get you closer to Rattlers and Wranglers right after this. Stay with us. More to come from Footprint Center in downtown Phoenix. Right after
Obviously, we got termites.
Well, the first thing is, you gotta know what they're biting on.
Whoa, yeah.
This aged birchwood is perfect for the big ones this time of year.
Oh.
They gobble it up like a candy bar.
Nice.
What's going on?
What?
I told you to hire a pro.
I did get a pro.
An Orkin pro.
I got this.
Got termites? Don't call any pro. Call the Orkin Pro. With over 120 years of experience, nobody's better. Orkin, the best in pests.
You're still paying me for this.
Nope, just relax.
That's cut. We are clear.
Come on, Playmaker. Why you always got to be so awkward on camera? I would say you make me look bad, but we both know that is entirely impossible.
It was possible back in the day on the football field, that's for sure.
You got to be losing your mind. Somebody roll back these tapes, man. Can somebody get this man some water? He ain't feeling well. Please, somebody.
We'll all feel better when you stop all that trash talk.
Dog, are you serious? Look like you needed some real trash talk. See, this ain't trash. This is recycling, which means it goes in the recycling bin. Schooling you again, Playmaker, as usual.
The only thing you ever schooled me on was how to get away with bad calls. That was embarrassing.
Not as embarrassing as you putting recyclables in the trash can.
When did we start talking about your touchdown dance? That was embarrassing.
Gone too far.
Like old days. Boy, you know I love you.
Know the difference? Make a difference. Be a team player and recycle. Visit PepsiTrashTalk.com to learn more.
As the seconds get closer, we are ticking closer to Wranglers Rattlers here at Footprint Center in downtown Phoenix. This place is getting packed. The Snake Pit is definitely a home field advantage for the Rattlers, James, and we are getting ready. I got the chills. I just got the chills. It just kind of hit me that they're getting ready to get this thing on.
I think you're feeling it, Ed, is what you're feeling here. Footprint Center actually coming alive right now. The Rattlers, I believe it's the Sidewinders is what their dance team is called.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking the field right now, getting the crowd worked up, and obviously they'll be doing some promotional things going on the field tonight. But back to the battle on the field. I'm excited to see Drew Powell get back after it for the Rattlers to see what he can do here in what I believe is his second game back on the field for Coach Guy.
Yeah, he had a good game last week in Vegas. Threw for 4 touchdowns. He's got so much talent. Braxton Haley came back for them as well. He came back from injury. He has 6 catches for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns. So the secondary is going to be tested with him. You got Haley, Jamal Miles, Isaiah Houston. So much talent for Drew Powell to get to. But we talked to Tremont Lofton, and we talked about the importance of getting pressure on him.
Yes.
You got to get to Drew Powell, because if you do not, he will sit back there in that pocket. And if he's on the run, that's when he's most dangerous. When he's on the pocket, out of the pocket, he's trying to improvise and make things happen because a play's broken down or the pressure has gotten to him. So you've got to be able to get him. Theo Majette, Armonte Carey, Lofton, they all have to be able to get in that backfield and make it hard for Drew Powell to do anything.
They exactly want to do that. And then we were talking with Tremont a little bit earlier. That's exactly what he wants to do. He knows he left a few plays on the field last season, and he is more than excited to get things going here tonight and not leave anything on the field here tonight inside the Footprint Center.
And I expect no football player on this field in front of us. Nobody's going to leave anything on this field.
Absolutely not. Speaking of the field, let's take you out there right now. It's exciting stuff here as people begin to file in. The Wranglers donning the all-white look tonight with white pants, white jerseys, and blue numbers trimmed in red, I want to say. It's a little bit dark now. You see the light show. We'll keep it right here so you can enjoy the festivities here inside the Footprint Center.
For them,
it's always exciting.
Do they call it a copper color? I believe it's like a copper color.
You know what they actually call it, Ed?
What?
It's you talking about the Rattlers?
Yeah.
They call it Texas Orange. I actually saw it in the media guide this week.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's burnt Texas Orange
Okay.
is what's in that Rattlers jersey.
Okay.
But,
Burnt
I
Texas
agree
orange.
with you. It looks more of a copper to me.
It does. It does.
But either way, it's all good stuff. So we go back into the broadcast booth here. You can see the lights are going everywhere, and the bombs are about ready to start going off here as well. And it's the Wranglers want to keep those bombs to a minimum tonight, especially for that Rattlers offense.
Absolutely. Drew Powell, he is the guy that makes this offense. He is the guy that stirs the coffee in their offense. So you've got to be able to get to number one and just make it an uncomfortable evening for him. That pressure up front with those three, Justin Woods and Hunt at that linebacker position, those four have got to make it, they've got to combine and make it a tough night for Drew Powell overall.
And that's exactly what they plan to do. Don't forget to stay with us here throughout the evening. We'll come back on the air at halftime for the halftime show. Let's get out to the field now, as here we go.
There's
As
the
we
first
called
one.
it, the Rattlers are taking the field right now. And the excitement continuing to escalate here inside the Footprint Center. This is going to be a fun night of football. Don't forget, come back with us at halftime. And then again for the postgame, I'll get down there at field level and talk to some players and possibly even Coach Moss after tonight's matchup.
That'd be great to see, whoever we get afterwards. But folks, strap in for 60 great minutes of football, and it's going to be a fun night tonight, and we will talk to you at halftime.
We will indeed. We got about 10 minutes remaining here until the actual kickoff. Ed, any final thoughts before we sign off here and encourage folks to head on over to the IFL Digital Network and catch the call of tonight's game with Floyd Simmons and Dale Hellstray up there in the booth?
Yeah, Floyd and Dale, that's going to be a great call. Those guys do a great job for the Arizona Rattlers. Looking forward to hearing their call and seeing those gentlemen. Hopefully we'll catch up with them after the game. But just do what you've done over the course of 7 games. Play good, solid football. Again, play as mistake-free as you can and just have a good time out there.
If the Wranglers are able to continue that mistake-free football trend, continue the offensive prowess that they've shown here on the field in 7 games, and then also continue defensively to bear down on the quarterback and really shut down things, especially not even allowing teams to get to the edge off at times. I think things could go really well here tonight for the Wranglers.
That is the key. That number one defense has to look like the number one defense tonight against Drew Powell and this Rattlers offense. They've got to step up in a major way tonight.
The Wranglers Country Booster Club checking in with us saying, let's go. We know they're ready for things to get ready here tonight inside the Footprint Center, and we're about ready to roll here as well. We encourage you once again to head on over to the IFL Digital Network as Mr. Floyd Simmons and Dale Hellestray, the Super Bowl champion, will have the call on the IFL Digital Network. They are the broadcast team for the Arizona Rattlers.
Absolutely. Well, folks, we thank you for tuning in to our pregame show, and we will talk to you at halftime and get you all caught up for Wranglers Rattlers Part 6.
We will indeed, as Coach Guy now taking the field here for the Rattlers. We'll sign off once again. Head on over to the IFL Digital Network for the call of tonight's game, and we will see you right back here on the Wranglers YouTube channel for our halftime show. Enjoy the game, and as always, go Wranglers!